I met a gypsy.
It was so cool to just see what it meant for McLaren too, and what it meant for the team, and then obviously like going 1-2, and then your boy, little bros Lando, just purely based on results. That felt good for me. I was fucking pretty pumped on that. But it's like to see the way that like what it meant for the team, and then for you to like to deliver, and the sport is all about these stories, and you know, like to be a guy that's like able to write your own story. Like this is like the reality that is in your head. Like on Monza weekend, Max had a reality in his head, and then he wanted that reality to come true. Lewis had his reality in his head. Lando had his reality in his head. Yours was the one that won out on the weekend. So it was like whatever the way that you saw the universe conspiring in your mind, that's what happened. And it's like that's a really great story. Like that if Louis' reality comes into play, fucking boring. Next. I don't want to see it. But like yours was the one that played out, and to go 1-2 and to give McLaren the first win, like it was incredible just as a sport, like a narrative within sport to see. And it's like it's just one of those ones where you don't even have to be a Daniel Ricciardo fan, but it's just like, God damn, this is why we do this shit.
Yeah, it made it I mean that is why we do it. Like that made the 200 days of 2021 like worth it. You know, the days where I was not to it, loving it, whatever, like that all made it worth it. And it kind of, yeah, all of it. It's because the sport is there's so many variables, and as you say, like everyone's got their own um, premeditated reality or whatever it is. So it's like that one worked on that day, and the strategy worked, the pit stops, like the start, all of it worked, and it was just like it was finally a flawless day, and that was so enjoyable. And the high I got from winning was it had been missed for sure. Like I'd craved that feeling for so long. And it was so high that I remember like it was kind of a weird feeling I had. I say weird, like when I say it, you'll probably maybe people are like, oh, that's an interesting thought. But like the Monday morning I woke up and I didn't sleep much because I was still just like obviously on a high and I was restless. But Monday I was like, you know what? Part of me is glad that I don't win every weekend because I'm like, I want this high to be as high as it is. And I would hate this feeling to be like numbed out. I don't know if that's a word, but you know, like it feels what it feels like. And I guess there's a fear of if you have it every weekend, it's just going to feel normal. And then like, what's next? You know, what have you got to look forward to? So like, yeah, I don't want to wait 3 years every time to win a race, but yeah, like I didn't envy anyone else in that moment, and the journey I'd had to get back to that win, like I was completely okay with it, and if anything, stoked that it kind of turned out the way it had. Because I mean, yeah, as I said, like that feeling is, I don't know if I'll feel that with anything.
Yeah, and there's so much that's like it's thick, you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of there's a lot of thickness to why that win meant so much, and that's all stuff that like there's a lot of skin in the game there, you know? Like there's a lot of skin in the game from McLaren and from yourself and from, you know, like the people that are around you, and it's like I think that's why it was so rewarding, because it's like, yeah, there was a lot at play, like, and it kind of needed to happen, you know? Like that's another thing too, to be able to deliver when like you need to deliver. Like, hey Daniel, if you don't do something this season, like this won't be a good thing for next year. And then it's like there's a lot at stake, and there's a life's work at stake. And then to just do it, like, talk about being a fucking gamer, you know, like to do it the way you did it, it's like, yeah, it's special, dude. It was really cool for me as well to I guess not be a part of it in any way, but to just see it from like a different lens. It just was, I felt so happy for you, just knowing that it was pretty dark at times, you know, like, and it couldn't not be dark to go through what you went through. And yeah, just to see the effect that it had, like it's pretty insane. So anyway, I won't fan out on it too much more than that, but yeah, pretty rad to do what you did.
Yeah, thanks, mate. It was the most, like, the win was, let's say, a reminder to me that, like, yeah, I can still do it. And, you know, the self-confidence and belief I have, like, yeah, I proved that it's there for a reason. But, you know, the biggest thing, like, the win was the, uh, if you will. But what I took the most from that is the comfort I had taking the lead, leading the race, being the target,
Yeah.
being that guy. I was just so happy being in that position, and so, I guess, like, chill about it. I wasn't nervous. I wasn't stressed. I wasn't like, can I hold this for the next 50 laps? Like, I was just like, I'm the guy now. Like, I belong here. It's been too long, and if you want to beat me today, then you're gonna have to bring everything, because it just felt right. So that was probably the most fulfilling thing for me that day, was that, like, it wasn't a feeling I forgot. It wasn't something that, you know, spooked me, overwhelmed me, made me uncomfortable. It was, if anything, the most comfortable I felt all year. So I think it was just for my, like, inner competitor, that was really reassuring for me.
If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. And to listen to the full 3-hour podcast, search Gypsy Tales in your favorite podcast platform or click the link in the description below. Gypsy Gang.